Good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Dr. Salim Akhtar Naqvi, Professor and Head Clinical, Mahatma Gandhi Physiotherapy College. Today's topic is cerebral palsy. What is cerebral palsy? Definition. It is defined as a non-progressive neuromotor disorder of cerebral origin and severity, ranging from minor incapacitation to total handicap. May be congenital or acquired. Congenital means by birth and acquired means after the birth. Non-curable, lifelong condition, results in paralysis, weakness, incoordination or abnormal movement. Epidemiology. Now come to the epidemiology. What is epidemiology? Incidence of CP 2 per 100 live births. Second one, the incidence of higher in males than in females, means this condition is common in males than females. Other associated problems including mental disadvantage, IQ is nearby 31%, active seizures 21%, mental disadvantage and not walking 20%, blindness 11%. Now come to the causes of cerebral palsy. We can divide it in three groups: prenatal, perinatal, postnatal. Prenatal consists 70% cases, prenatal 5 to 10%, and rest of postnatal. What is prenatal causes? First one is hemorrhage or bleeding, maternal infections, environmental factors, RH, incompatibility, diabetes during pregnancy, genetic causes, maternal jaundice. They are the prenatal causes. It consists of 70%. Now come to the perinatal. They consist of 5 to 10%. What is that prenatal causes? High or low BP. Number one, high or low BP. Second one, breech delivery. Third one is trauma, that is forceps or vacuum delivery. Fourth one is rapid delivery. Fifth one, low birth weight, means child weight. Coagulopathy, asphyxia, prematurity or means immature respiratory and cardiac functions. Now come to the postnatal causes. Number one, and the first one is brain damage secondary to cerebral hemorrhage. Number two, trauma. Number three, head injury. Fourth one is motor vehicle accidents. Fifth one is seizures. Fifth one is meningitis, and then encephalitis. Now come to the classification. Classification of the cerebral palsy. Depending on tone or movement patterns, we can divide the cerebral palsy depends on according to the tone and movement. Number one, spastic. Number two, athetoid or dyskinetic. Third one is ataxic. Fourth one is flaccid or hypotonic. Hypo means less tone. Fifth one is mixed. Now we discuss the spastic CP. What is spastic CP? It is the most common type of CP, occurring in 70% to 80% of all cases. Means this is the most common or most seeing the cases. The cerebral cortex is affected. Next one, what is whenever spastic CP accompanies any kind of any type of CP in 30% of all cases. Early diagnostic features of neural damage, including the abnormality, persistent neonatal reflexes, feeding difficulties. Next one is on vertical suspension. In fact, infant goes into the seizuring due to the adductor spasm with an extensor posture and does not flex his knees and thighs. Now come to the next point. Variable degree of mental and visual handicaps, seizures and behavioral problems It can be hemiplegic, diplegic and quadriplegic. What is hemiplegic and diplegic and quadriplegic? Spastic diplegic is common in preterm babies, or spastic hemiplegia occurs after 4 to 6 months. Spastic quadriplegic more common in term of babies. What is diplegia? Type of spastic CP we can discuss in three aspects: diplegic, hemiplegic and quadriplegic. Now come to the next type of cerebral palsy, that is athetoid या dyskinetic CP. What is athetoid CP? It is a type of cerebral palsy primarily associated with damage to basal ganglia in the form of lesions that occurs during brain development due to bilirubin encephalopathy and hypoxic ischemic brain injury. Next one is it is characterized by both hypertonia and hypotonia. Means this kind of CP gives both kind of symptoms, that is hypertonia and hypotonia. Hypotonia means more tone and hypo means less tone. Come to the next point. Often shows involuntary movements. Involuntary movements. Next one is it occurs in 30% of all cases. In newborn infants, high bilirubin level in blood, if left untreated, can lead to brain damage in certain areas. Now come to the ataxic CP. Third one is ataxic CP. What is ataxic CP? It is caused by damage to cerebellum. Athetoid CP is characterized by problems with balance and coordination. Ataxic CP. Ataxic CP is characterized by problems with balance and coordination. They are least common types of CP, occurring only 10% of all cases. This is not the athetoid CP, this is ataxic CP. Now come to the symptoms. What is the ataxic CP symptoms? Impaired motor skills, tremors, trouble walking and balance. Third one is speech impairment. Hypotonic CP. Now come to the hypotonic CP. What is hypotonic CP? Hypotonic CP is caused by damage to the cerebellum, usually while the infant is still in the womb. Factors. What is the factors that affects the hypotonic CP? Maternal infection, blood incompatibility between infant and mother during labor, deprivation of oxygen, patient are atonic or hypotonic. Next one is tendon reflexes are normal or brisk. CNS maturation is delayed. Now come to the symptoms. Number one, involuntary movement. Second one is tremors. Third one is poor posture and balance. Fourth one is slow writing movements. Fifth one is drooling, and sixth one is dysarthria. Come to the mixed CP. What is mixed CP? Signs and symptoms of spastic CP is seen with any other type of CP. Second one is most commonly mixed with athetoid. Now you can see the regional involvement. See what is hemiplegia? Hemiplegia means one-sided upper limb and lower limb. Same side upper limb and lower limb involves called hemiplegia. Diplegia means upper limb and lower limb both involved, but lower limb is more involved compared to upper limb. Quadriplegia means both upper limb and both lower limb, all four limbs are involved, called quadriplegia. Okay? Athetoid, all body involved below the neck. Now dystonia and ataxic. Now come to the signs of cerebral palsy. What is the signs of cerebral palsy? Abnormal behavior. Second one is poor eye contact. Means you can see the all signs in the cerebral palsy patient. Number one, abnormal behavior, poor eye contact, poor sleep, irritability, poor sucking, tongue retraction, poor head control, abnormal tone, seizuring gait, delays in speech development. Thank you.